phone call. Let me go to James in Arizona. Hello, James.
Hi, Glenn. Look, you need to tell Lou to get the book Profane Justice. It tells you step by step of what they're going to do to you. I wouldn't be surprised if 3 months from now they're going to ask Lou to divorce his wife in order for him to get the child back. They do all. I could not believe that came up in my case. I got out of Arizona. This happened in 2006 for me. They pulled the baby off my wife's breast when she was feeding him, and the social workers had no qualms, and they said, we're going to put him back in the same place where he got beat up last time. These people don't care about kids. If your kid was in mortal danger, they'd leave him there. And then they would get on TV and cry, oh, the poor baby, if we could only had more help and more money, we could have saved that child. That's not what they do. They let him die, and then they get on TV and cry for advertisement and money. It's a racket. Now, Arizona has straightened up their act. The new governor over there is doing a great job. But when the Homeland Security lady, whatever, I don't even want to say her name anymore, when she was governor, it was a totally different story. And that's...
What was your case?
Oh, I had an older child that supposedly molested some children of mine. And when they took him away and put him in jail, they came and got the rest of the kids 3 or 4 days later. There was no reason to take my other children away. They said, well, we failed to protect. We had no idea what was going on. We didn't find out until we got our kids back. And it was all by the grace of God that we got our kids back. I'm telling you, we came within months of them permanently removing them. There's a deadline. If they stay in custody for a certain amount of time, they automatically roll over to the state's custody. So you really need to get that book and start finding out what they've been doing this a decade. This is not new. People started looking at me, oh, what did you do to your children? It's not what I did, it's what the state did. And people, oh, there's got to be more to it, there's got to be more. And you look like you just child molested, but that's not it. It's the way the system works. And it's all secret. We had to take down our website. They ordered a guardian ad litem to my wife if she mentioned one more time about how this all started, because it all started with lies. I got cases of papers. They probably weigh over 60 pounds. They have reams and boilerplates, which just all they change is the name and the date.
They eventually did return your children to you? How long did it take?
Oh, it was over a year.
Oh, my
gosh.
Wow. Did your children ever recover from that?
I never got my children back. I got my children back, but they're not the same kids. I had one that went to bed every night for years. I had another one that has totally turned his back on religion. I have my oldest son. They put him in a boot camp because he wouldn't say anything. They wanted to force him to say something bad about me so they could take my kids away. They said, if you don't say anything bad, if you don't have anything on your father, we're going to put you in this boot camp.
Was he
He wouldn't say it. And they said, well, so they started the tape, and they said, what's your relationship with your father? He goes, oh, it's totally awesome. And they said, that's it. They turned off the tape, and they put him in a boot camp. And they told the judge, oh, no, that's a separate place for children. We just didn't have a place to put him. And he was in a boot camp. He had to run a mile. He got a hernia while he was working over there. I mean, and it took days to get into the hospital on that. I mean, it's just unbelievable. They do whatever they want to do.
What's the name of this book?
Profane Justice. My dad got it. I had to leave the state while my kids were being taken, because they made accusation against me. And they wanted to, they pressured one of my younger kids to say something. And they wanted all the kids to say the same thing. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what Lou is saying, that Justina, his daughter, has told them that they had a social worker in her face saying, why would you let them put this tube in you? Why would you let your parents do this?
Right. They scare the crap out of them. These kids, I'm telling you, my kids are so badly tormented from all this. You have no idea. I mean, it's going to take years of them to ever gain trust of their parents again. Because my youngest was 14 months old when they took him away. And my oldest that they took away was, I think he was 13.
Did it actually happen with your older son? Was he abusive to the kids?
Oh, yeah. There wasn't. My oldest son was 18. He was 3 weeks. He had his birthday 3 weeks ago on his 18th birthday. And, yeah, he did do something. But it wasn't what they said it was. I mean, believe me, I'm not going to go into the details on that, but it was like getting stabbed in the heart every time they'd mention it. They mentioned it over and over again. I'm like, oh, my God. And, I couldn't believe this happened. That's why they took my kids away, because I couldn't believe this happened. It never happened the way they said it happened. You know what I'm saying? It was like 10,000 times worse than, whatever happened was wrong. Don't get me wrong. And my son wasn't sure he could quit, so he told my daughter to tell on this. She never told us. She told the school, and the school took over. And, oh, my gosh. you talk about a whirlwind of coming down on you. I mean, if the school didn't report it, the school would get in trouble. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But once the state they just totally overreacted. The daughter that all this happened to, they put her out to get raped over and over again while they were in the custody of the Child Protective Service. She was like
James,
a little play doll for other people.
I will tell you that our producer, I don't even want to give her name, but our producer on one of our broadcasts, her child, I don't remember what it was, fell down and broke his collarbone.
Did he fall out of bed or something?
Yeah, fell out of bed. For a year, the Department of, in Texas, the Department of Family Children came down and they had to have reports on the family and treated them just like criminals. Absolute and total criminals. And she was traumatized because she's a mom. She was already traumatized by what had happened to her child. And then the way they treated the family was that they were all of a sudden criminals. It is really expensive to be innocent in today's world. Did you hear what I just said? It is expensive to be innocent in this country. That's a problem. That's a real problem.